She is actually worse than you might have thought. Hello everyone, it's Mr. Troll delivering an update. So the girl who faked her pregnancy just to then promote her Patreon just responded after getting all the backlash she rightfully deserved. Now, faking your pregnancy this way is tasteless to those who have suffered all of the horrible consequences of being pregnant. But to me, what really angered me was how she tried to explain herself. She was basically trying to demonstrate how parasocial relationships work and how people were invested in the fact that she was pregnant. But like, no, this is just how people work. People are social creatures. If you tell them you're pregnant, they will always be like, congrats, I'm rooting for your success, and stuff like that. It's not any parasocial relationship, it's just people being people. But anyways, she now responded.
Hello to the great people of Patreon. You may be wondering how I feel about all the backlash which I have received regarding my video. I feel bad because I'm being socially rejected for being insensitive, which is just me being narcissistic.
You just done a hi, I'm back video.
I didn't realize that you were a demented sociopath. Well, I'm sorry that you got the news this way.
So now I am left understanding even less than I did previously, but let's continue.
And clearly a lot of people are upset for reasons that are completely valid. Then there are people that are upset for reasons that aren't not technically valid because they misunderstood the point of the video.
What do you mean missed the point? Your point was to promote your Patreon. It's not that deep, and it is just as scummy as people think it is. You did not get all the backlash because you were simply lying about your pregnancy, but because you were lying about your pregnancy to sell people a product.
The implications of a person being able to put on a song and dance on social media and have it be really emotionally provocative to the extent that an audience would empathize with the character that they see on the screen and believe that it's real because there is this expectation that what you're watching on social media is real, and that if that person, this character that's sharing their false reality, has a call to action and asks you in the audience to do something about it, that you do something. That to me is fucking wild. That to me is why being a YouTuber has been so bizarre, because to me YouTube looks like a big propaganda machine. Your phone, your social media is regulating your mood. For a lot of people, it regulates your mood. And beyond that, it shapes your perception of reality. It tells you what is socially appropriate, what is not socially appropriate. It triggers you and then it consoles you. It tells you what's going on in the world, even if it's not true. It is a little magical box with all of this power to curate and manage how you exist in society. And I think it's really cool. I think from that perspective, the phone, as much as that kind of sounds a little frightening, the phone is a really cool thing. Social media is a really cool thing. It's like one of the best tools of governance that's ever been invented.
This has nothing to do with how social media and phones work. This has everything to do with how people work. If you, for example, start crying and say that your whole family died in a car accident, people will feel sorry for you, regardless if you do it IRL or on social media. Because people are designed to feel empathy, and people are designed to connect with you. The only difference with social media is that it gives access to people from all around the world, but it does not change a person's ability to connect with someone, at least not in this sense.
Because now we can govern people without them knowing at all. Without them knowing how. We can govern people's fundamental perception of reality and themselves without them knowing at all. And that is beautiful. That is so fucking interesting and so cool and so evil.
Stop with all the conspiracy theories! I am just a loser with horrible gameplay and an annoying Russian accent. And even I am smart enough to know this is not propaganda. It's just how people work.
This call to action in that second video is intentionally tasteless and transparent because I just want to illustrate the insanity of all of this. That the first video can feel so real, so compelling, so emotionally manipulative, and then the call to action at the end of the day is just heartless and shameless and for somebody else's bottom line. I love it.
Okay, so from now on, I'm gonna be a malignant narcissist and I'm gonna manipulate people. And when I get called out on that behavior, I will just be like, what I'm doing right here is a social experiment to showcase how easily people can be manipulated. Yeah, I am intentionally hurting people, but I'm doing it as an experiment to reveal how easy it is to hurt someone. Like, what are you on? What kind of point are you trying to make? Yes, of course people get manipulated when you freaking manipulate them! And if you don't want people to be manipulated by you, then don't manipulate them! Why do I feel the need to explain such basic common sense?
And as much as I would love to control what people think, I can't. Yeah, I did something that was insensitive and I did something that was intentionally provocative. So like I was asking for it, but still the process of having thousands of people be like, fuck you, and you're evil. It hurts. It hurts, and I felt super bad, and I journaled a lot about it. I just got out of the shower. I journaled a lot about it, and I was like, what does this really mean? Why did I do this? Why am I an asshole? What's wrong with me? And I felt so bad.
Okay, so you made the social experiment by lying to people and manipulating them in order to see how much people can connect with you. Okay, the results were that people indeed connected with you. But the results were also that people gave you a bunch of hate and it made you feel bad and you had to journal. I hope you feel happy now. Yeah, all the hate made you feel bad, but hey, you now finally know the result of an experiment like this, and knowing is half the battle.
I don't care. And who knows, in the future, maybe it will occur to me that having some kind of explanation or having some kind of apology is worthwhile, is valuable, but for now I'm like, I am not ashamed of what I did. I had my reasons for doing what I did, even if the audience can't understand that. And I stand by the opinion that art is art. And to moralize art is, I get it. I get the inclination to moralize anything, but
faking your pregnancy to promote your Patreon is not art! Stop calling yourself an artist when you're talking about faking your pregnancy! I'm just gonna break it to you. You don't sound intellectual. You sound pretentious!
And this kind of insanity that I am witnessing on the internet, I find it extremely interesting. I find it personally troubling. And as an artist, I just want to poke around. See what happens. People are upset. And that's fair. I think people have the right to be upset. But I don't think I have any responsibility to respond to it, and if there are consequences for my actions, so be it.
Good, then just accept the fate and stop yapping in the video already! Well, that was it. Make sure to like, subscribe and comment or else you will get trolled really hard, but don't worry, it will only be a social experiment to showcase how easily Mr. Troll can troll you!